district administration. The district administration, in the district administration, we see as a country, in country is the, on a whole, all the states combine to form a country. And the country consists of states, and each state consists of small districts. Means the geographical area and the limits, a small area can make is formed as a district, and these are called as a local governments or district, where they can take care of the district administrations. So the district administration is a territorial limit of a district, and it consists of an article. We can say that the district administration is the most important local government, which takes care of the people at the local level. And above that, below the district administration, in the district administration, we have panchayats and as well as the municipalities, which are also called as the local self-governments or the local self-governments. Now coming to the evolution of a district as an administration. If you talk about as a district as an administration, then it all goes to the credit of Warren Hastings, means the district collector. Now, the district collector is the head of the district administration. As we all know, the chief minister is the head of the government of the state, and the governor is the head of the constitutional head of the state. And the district collector is considered as the head of the district administration. So he is a district head, and the district collector is also called as a district magistrate. Now, when we talk about the district collector, we have to go way back into the history. Now, before going way back into the history of the local governments or the district administration, first we have to talk about the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts. Now, because of the introduction of the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Acts, now what is this 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act? 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act explains us the formation of the Panchayat institutions at the rural level. That is the formation of the Panchayat institutions. Then the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act explains us about the establishment of the municipalities, in the urban areas. So now this 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act came into existence in the year 1992. So in the year 1992, the 73rd and the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act has come into effect, and the Panchayat institutions and the municipalities started to govern themselves. So, and now, because of this governing capacity, because of this, now in this regard, we have the decentralization. Now, what is decentralization? Decentralization means distribution of power. Distribution of power. The power has to be distributed. Now, when we talk about the center might not be able to take all the responsibility and the decision making or to take care of the people. The center might not be able to do that. So it shares its authority, its responsibility, and its power with the states to take care of their individual states. So we have the state administration. Now, the state administration, that is the chief minister, the council of ministers, the secretariat, now they also may not be able to take care of the people as a whole, because the chief minister has to take care of the people, all the people of the state. So it might not be easy for him. So the distribution, the power is distributed to other people in the lower level of the hierarchy. That is, the chief minister will be the head of the government. Then the power is distributed to the district collector, and the district collector will be head of the district administration. So each district we have, for each district will be having a district collector who will be taking care of each district, the welfare of the people, the schemes what are being introduced by the government, everything will be taken care of by the district collector only. So we can say that the district collector plays a very, very important role in the district administration. Now, this is regarding the government side. Now we have the Zilla Parishads also. The Zilla Parishads, the Mandal Parishads and the Gram Panchayats. They are the public representatives. Later in the coming chapter, we will talk about the Zilla Parishads and the Mandal Parishads. But today, now presently in this topic, in this unit, we will try to discuss about the district collector. So when we talk about the district collector is the head of the district administration. He is an IAS officer. He will be the civil servant. Then a senior most IAS officer or an IAS officer will be posted as a district collector for the district to carry out the district administration. Now, when we talk about the history, when we go back into the history, the district formation of the district collector or the establishment of the position of the district collector is not new. We can talk about it later in the history, means way back in the history also. That is, when we talk about the history, during the British era, the position of the district collector, was created by Warren Hastings, W-A-R-R-E-N, Warren Hastings, H-A-S-T-I-N-G-S, in the year 1772. So the work of the district collector, the position of the district collector is not new. It is way back in the history, and it can be termed in the year 1772, in the British era only, we have a position called as a district collector, and the district collector, who created this position of the district collector is Warren Hastings in the year 1772. And the main function of the district collectors were to supervise the general administration. Now, what do you mean by general administration? General administration includes all the necessary functions of the government. It might be land revenue, land work, land reforms, revenue, everything, conducting of elections, everything, what all it is concerned with the district, every administrative work is being supervised by the district collector only. So when you go to the office of the district collector is called as collectorate. The office of the district collector in the districts is called as a collectorate. You might have come across this term collectorate in the districts, where if any of the work relating to anything related to administration, that is, it might be regarding the land, revenue, income taxes, or any of the work, the district collector is the head, and the office of the district collector is termed as collectorate. Now, when we talk about this collector and the collectorate, he has many important functions to perform. When now first we will talk about the functions of the district collector. Now, as a collector, he is responsible for some important functions that are: first one is collection of land revenue. Collection of land revenue means the district collector helps or he collects it is not about that the district collector, he will not collect the land. What do you mean by land revenue? Land revenue is the registration fees, what all, if buying or selling or lands or the houses, properties. Now, when we go to the Mandal revenue officer, or if you go to the, they collect some tax that is called as a revenue. Now, what is a word? What do you understand by the word revenue? Revenue is the income what the government gets. Revenue is the income what the government gets is known as revenue. Now, land revenue means the income what the government gets from the land. That is, it is basically the registration fees. So if you buy a land, you have to pay some tax to the government. If you sell the land, you have to pay some tax to the government. If you transfer land to some person, you have to pay some tax to the government. Means in all the cases, you have to pay some tax to the government. This taxes is termed as revenue, and it is being taken, it is being collected by the district collector. Means the district collector will supervise the revenue. Means how much revenue they have to get. He will only supervise, and his subordinates collect the revenue. Then the next second, there are altogether 17 important functions in your book. We will take up some of the important ones. The second one is collection of the other government dues. That is, if the citizens, if the people of the district have to pay some other dues to the government, then it is a responsibility of the district collector to collect all the dues from the people. That is, if some might have taken loans, or if somebody has got some subsidies and they did not pay the loan or something or the other, then it is the responsibility of the district collector to collect the dues, government dues. Then in the next third one is supervisor. It is a supervision of treasury. It is a supervision of treasury and sub-treasuries. That is, now each district, as we all know that the state government also has a treasury. Now, what is a treasury? Treasury is the place where the whole revenue is kept. Means it is not kept in an almara. It is a record where everything is being kept. So the records, what all are being kept, that is known as a treasury. Now, each district also has a treasury. What all the income the government gets, they store it in that. So that supervision is being done by the district collector. Then the next important one is control of land records establishment. Now, control of land record. Now, when we talk about this, latest example I can give you is the Dharani portal, which the government has introduced, where each one of them have to enroll into that portal, and everybody has to register their properties in that portal. Now, like that is, these district collectors will take care of these things in the district. That is, the land reforms or all these can be taken care of. So these are the most important functions that as a collector, these are the important functions which are being performed by the collector. Then there are other functions also. That is, as a district collector also acts as a district magistrate. Now, what do you now? Everybody knows that we have a district court also. District court is there, and as well as the district collector also acts as a district magistrate. Now, what is the difference between the district collector and district magistrate and the district court? The district magistrate acts as takes care of the law and order situation. Yeah, the district collector takes care of the law and order situation in the district. He also takes care of the social, political, and communal tensions. That is, he tries to take care of the communal tensions. That is, if anything happens, the district collector is held responsible for that. So these are and another important thing is the civil cases. The civil cases might be handled. They can be handled by the district magistrate. But the criminal cases and the loss of property or anything, the cases related to properties or legal formality, then these are being handled by the district court only. So the district collector also acts as a district magistrate, we can say. So the district collector plays a very, very important role. Now, the next one is he acts as a coordinator. Now, what do you understand by the word coordinator? Coordinator means who coordinates, that is, who tries to patch up the things. Who tries to patch up the things, who tries to be a channel between two communication things, whereby creating a good atmosphere. All this can be handled by the district collector. So now how can we say that he is a coordinator? He is a coordinator because he is a connecting channel between the district and the government, state government. Because what all government policies or the programs which are being introduced by the government, those programs are being introduced by the district collector in the district. Now, I'll give you a simple example of this. Now, every year, the Telangana government, it goes on for the Haritaharam program. Now, what is this Haritaharam program? It is the plantation program, that is planting a sapling. That now every year the Telangana government goes for this Haritaharam program and tries to implement this in all the districts and directs the district collectors to go on with this plantation program. If you see in the news and if you see in the paper also, we see that in all the district collectors have planted saplings in the collectorates. They have planted in the small area. They have instructed all the citizens of the district to plant trees. Now, why? Because the district collector is a coordinator. He is a communication channel between the district and as well as the state government. So the district collector, when we try to conclude what is a district collector, who and what is the responsibilities and duties of a district collector, we can just say that the district collector is the most important person or a civil servant who is head of the district administration, and he is the person, the district collector is the person who takes care of the district. He is a communication channel between the district and the state government, and he also takes care of the welfare of the people. He introduces all the policies and programs which have been taken up by the government, which have been introduced by the chief minister. This is the district collector tries to implement them. So this is all about the district collector. Next, we have the second topic, Mandal and village administration, Unit 10. Unit 10, Mandal and village administration in Telangana. Now, in the starting class, I tried to explain you about the 73rd and the 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts. Now, 73rd, the Panchayat, the Mandal and village Panchayats, the Mandal and village Panchayats come under the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. The Mandal and the village Panchayats come under the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Now, what is this 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act? The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act was being formulated. Before that, it was a bill. Before becoming an act, it was a bill, and the bill number, the name was the 64th bill, which was being placed in the parliament by the recommendations of the Balwant Rai Mehta committee. By the Balwant Rai Mehta committee, the 64th bill was being placed in the parliament, and it was passed in the year 1992. And it became an act in the year 1992, and the introduction of these Panchayati Raj institutions was being implemented in the year 1993. So now, when we talk about the district administration and the Panchayati Raj system, now the district collector, in the district administration, I told you that I'll explain you about the two types, that is the district collector and the Mandal Parishad. Here, the first one is the district collector. District collector is a civil servant. He is a government servant. He is a government servant, and he is being given the position by the chief minister. So he is a government person. Now, as we are in a democratic form of government, we have the right to elect our own representatives. So the district also select or elect its own public representatives through elections. And that election, this is termed as the district Zilla Parishad elections, Mandal Parishad elections, and the village Panchayat elections. That are so. In these elections, the people, the citizens of the district elected their public representatives, and these public representatives will work for the welfare of the people. Will work for the welfare of the people of their village, Zilla, the district. Mandal is also termed as Taluka. Village means the village Panchayat or Gram Sabha. The head of the Zilla Parishad is a chairman, Zilla Parishad chairman, Mandal Parishad chairman, and the village Panchayat, the Gram Sabha is the head is the Sarpanch. The Sarpanch is the head of the Gram Sabha. So we can say that the Sarpanch now, because of the introduction of these Panchayati Raj institutions, there is a decentralization of power. That is, there is a distribution of power taking place, and each and every village is trying to develop itself through its Gram Panchayat. So we can say that the Panchayati Raj institutions have given more importance because of the introduction of these Panchayati Raj institutions. We have given much importance to the work and the development process of the district. Now, when we talk about these 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, we have it has now the 73rd Act as compulsory provisions and as well as voluntary provisions. Now, what do you mean by compulsory provisions? Compulsory provisions are the compulsory duties which are to be performed by the panchayats. Compulsory provisions, like the compulsory provisions might be like organization of the Gram Sabhas, creation of a 3-tier panchayats at the district, block and the village levels, and the minimum age to contest the elections at the Gram Panchayat level is 21 years of age. All these are the important compulsory provisions in the the Panchayati Raj, the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Now, the next is the voluntary provisions. Voluntary provisions are termed as which are not compulsory enough, which can be done when the resources are available only. So that can be implementation or collection of taxes, provision of drinking water, provision of better schools. All these come under the voluntary provisions. Then we have the village panchayat. Now, what is a village panchayat? Village panchayat is also termed as the Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha is a village assembly. I can say it as. And now, how will we term it as a village? Village comprises of all the voters. All the voters of that village come under that Gram Sabha. Now, the Sarpanch is the head of that Gram Sabha, and some other members are being elected. The Sarpanch and the members are elected through the village people only. Through the village people only. And the Sarpanch is elected by the people of that village and the members also. Now, these members and the Sarpanch should be from that village only. They should be from that village only, because only this is a local self-government. Gram Sabha is a local self-government. So, the people should be from that village. Why? Because if they are from that village only, they will know the problems of that village. And if another person is elected from another village, he might not know the problems of the village. So it is important that the Sarpanch and the members of the Gram Sabha should be elected from that village only. Now, coming to the important functions of this Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha has many important functions to perform. They are that it takes care of the tax collection, that is the tax collection. It tries to, the Gram Panchayat tries to provide water to the agricultural fields. It takes care of the roads, buildings, and also it takes care of the programs which are to be introduced which are being introduced by the government. It is the responsibility of the Sarpanch to introduce all the developmental schemes in the Panchayat, in the Gram Panchayat or the village Panchayat. So, and it is the responsibility of the, we can say it is the responsibility of the Gram Panchayat or the Sarpanch to take care of the people, and it is the responsibility of the Gram Panchayat to address the problems and issues of the Gram Panchayat. So, and it is, and the provision of a hospital, building, primary health center, government schools, provision of water facilities to the fields, all these, taking care of the small scale industries, all these are the important responsibilities and duties which are to be performed by the village panchayat. Now we will move on to the Mandal Parishad or the Mandal administration. The Mandal administration is at the middle level. Above Mandal Parishad is the Zilla Parishad. Below the Mandal Parishad is the village Panchayat. So the Mandal Parishad is the middle level in the Panchayati Raj system. And this is can be, and in some states, this mandal is also termed as taluka. This mandal is also termed as taluka. So now the important functions of this mandal parishad, or first we will talk about the composition. The composition means who will be the head of this and who are the members. Now the mandal parishad members are the public representatives and they are being elected by the people of that district only, or that mandal only. And the mandal parishad head is called as a chairman, and it consists of some important members also. And this mandal parishad has a developmental officer also. He is called as a Mandal Development Officer, or we also known as a MRO. MRO is termed as a Mandal Revenue Officer, and or we can term it him as a Tehsildar also. Tehsildar of that district, and Tehsildar is the head of the Mandal administration. This, and they take care of all the land registration works, collection of the revenue, collecting of taxes, provision of all the basic facilities for the citizens. All this can be taken care of by the Mandal Parishads only. So this is all about the Mandal Parishads and the village panchayats. Now we will move on to the 11th unit, that is unit 11, development corporations for weaker sections. Development corporations for weaker sections. Now what do you understand by the term development corporations? Development corporations are the corporations which give a helping hand, to the people to take care of their life. That is who are weaker in weaker sections. Now, who come under the weaker sections? The SC, SCs, minorities, and the BCs. These four come under the term weaker sections. Means who are being deprived of some things in the society. Those are termed as weaker sections. So for the development of these weaker sections, the government tries to provide them the loans and some skill enhancement training programs, just to uplift these weaker sections. And in altogether, I can say that to bring about social justice, in the society, the government tries to uplift these weaker sections by providing them economical help, social health, social security, and economical security. So now when we talk about these cooperatives or the develop cooperations, there are many. To name a few, we have the Telangana Cooperative Banks. We have many cooperative societies of Telangana government which help in the upliftment of the weaker sections. Where now, what is the most important function of these cooperative section cooperations? They provide the main function of this cooperative societies or developmental corporations is they provide loans at the nominal rates or at zero interest That is, we can say that it is all about now when we talk about the best example I can give is the self-help groups, SHGs, sorry, SHGs, that is the self-help groups. Now, what are these SHGs? We come across these SHGs, Dwakra women, the way the government comes out, that is to help the women and to take care of the women and child welfare. These things are being established where the government gives a group of women, 8 to 10 women, where then they come together to develop themselves, to start a new thing. They apply to the government and get a loan at a 0% rate. That is, only they have to pay the principal amount for their welfare. So that amount can be utilized by them for their welfare. That is to take care of their family by starting a new business. That is, it might be the woman might be good in tailoring, craft making, or basket preparations, all these. So they have to earn their livelihood. The women are being empowered by this loans by the government, and the government collect only 0%. That is, they give them the only they have to repay the principal amount to the government in a small installments. That is all about the SHGs. Now we see many times we see the cabs wherever we travel. In the cabs, at the back of that cab car, we see SC/ST corporations have funded this. That is, the weaker sections cooperation fund is being taken. They give loans to these SC/ST minorities and BC people who don't have good economical background to earn their livelihood. They are being given loans and they can buy their own vehicle and they can pay the installments in short amounts, which will help them to earn their better livelihood. So we can say that these are the very, very important government initiatives which have been taken up by the government for the welfare of the citizens, and also the government also tries to uplift the weaker economically and socially backward people to be in the society in the same frame. So just to improve the standards of the people, the government comes out with better initiatives. And another important point here is the government also tries to come out, tries to impart many training programs, many skill enhancement, skill development and upgradation training programs, which will help the people to earn their livelihood. The people who attend these training programs, they can earn their livelihood and they can start their own small businesses. That is a very, very great initiative the Telangana government has started. Next is, we can say that there are many other schemes which the government has started for the welfare of the people. That is, giving them, purchasing and assigning them small lands. That is, we see that the government is distributing the government land to the SC, STs and the BCs, where they can cultivate on their own and earn their livings. The government land, we see the government lands where we see big boards that the government, this is a government land, means that government, whose the government land will be distributed to the people who don't have livelihood, who don't have lands in the rural areas. This government's initiative helps them to, the government distributes this land to them under this scheme of SC/ST or BC's minority welfare scheme, and the government gives them the empowerment to cultivate their own land and earn their better living. So this is all we can say, that the government tries to, the Telangana government, if we say precisely, the Telangana government, after the formation of the Telangana state, that the Telangana government, that is more importantly, the chief minister has tried, and he is also striving enough to give more initiatives to come out with better quality life and to impart social justice in the state. For this reason, he is giving more training programs, giving out money, many loans to the women for their upliftment, and also he is providing a midday meal to the children to have better education, and they should not have malnutrition, they should not have food deficit also, deficiencies also. So these are all the important things which the Telangana government is taking up for the welfare of the people. So we can say that these cooperations, the establishment of these cooperative societies and the cooperations is a very big, huge initiative which has been taken up by the Telangana government for the upliftment of the weaker sections, I can say. So this is all about the weaker sections cooperative societies and the upliftment of the weaker sections. So in today's class, we tried to discuss about the district collector and the district administration. Then the second one is the Mandal Parishad and the village Panchayat. Third, we tried to discuss about the cooperative societies and the development of cooperations for the upliftment of the weaker sections. So this is all about today's class. So if you have any doubts regarding today's class, you can come up.
Madam, district collector gurinchi inkosaరి repeat చేయండి. District collector. Yes,
Okay.
madam.
So district collector is the head of the district administration. District collector is a civil servant, and he is being appointed by the chief minister. He is the district collector, is also called as a district magistrate, and the district collector is responsible for all, to supervise all the general administration. That is, he supervises all the district administration. All the departments come under the district administration of the district collector. the office of the district collector is called as this collectorate. Okay, and he also acts as a chief coordinator or as a communicating link between the government and the district people. He also acts as a developmental officer. He is also takes care of the citizens and the law and order of the district, and what all things take place in the district. It is the responsibility of the district collector to take care of the district and report it to the chief minister. So he is the head of the district administration. He is a district official, government official. He is not a public representative. He is a government official. You have to understand the difference between these two. Am I clear? Admaindama?
Understand. ఇది 73 అమెండ్మెంట్ 1992 ఉన్నది చూడండి మేడం, అది దేనికి వర్తిస్తుంది?
అది 73rd కాన్స్టిట్యూషనల్ అమెండ్మెంట్ యాక్ట్ అంటారు దాన్ని. 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act is related to the establishment of the Panchayati Raj institutions. Panchayati Raj institutions ante Zilla Parishad, Mandal Parishad and Gram Sabhas. ఈ మూడిటి ప్రకారంగానే ఈ మూడిటిని 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act కిందకు వస్తుంది. ఓకే
ఓకే మ్యామ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం.
Yeah. Okay then. Is anything else you want me to?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Is everything clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you.
Guys, any update about exam date? Hello? Hello?